Marking the June 12 Democracy Day today, there were a lot of protests that happened across the country. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please make sure you click on the subscribe button down below. Also, give this video a massive thumbs up, that we will encourage to keep giving you more reliable and authentic news. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Clad in branded t-shirts and carrying banners featuring the faces of President Bola Tinubu, the administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, and former warlord Owuzide Thomas Ekpemopolo, known as Tompolo, Ex-Agitators in Rivers State on Thursday, took to the streets as the country marks Democracy Day on June 12. Our correspondent, who was on ground, said the group marched from the CFC bus stop along Aba Road to the GRA junction in a show of appreciation for President Bola Tinubu's goodwill towards them. In another move in Lagos State, members of a Take It Back movement were said to have peacefully protested at Ganifawemi Park in Ojota amidst the presence of the police and other security agencies. The group expressed concerns over the growing insecurity nationwide, highlighting the surge in killings and kidnappings, particularly in the northern regions. It also called for the reversal of a fuel subsidy removal, an increase in electricity tariffs, and proper funding of education. Meanwhile, protesters abandoned the Lekki toll gate on Thursday. The venue is known for nationwide protests, especially that of the 2020 EndSARS, which recorded violence and police brutality against protesters. In another news, protesters took to the streets of Lagos on Thursday, Nigeria's Democracy Day, expressing deep frustration with the administration of President Bola Tinubu and accusing the government of stifling dissent while staging fake shows of public support. Under heavy security presence, demonstrators from various civil society organizations, including the Education Rights Campaign, demanded economic justice, democratic accountability, and urgent policy reforms. They also called for an end to economic hardship, the reversal of policies they described as anti-poor and influenced by the IMF and World Bank, an end to attacks on democratic rights, and a push for meaningful electoral reform. Many said Nigeria's democracy has failed to deliver for the majority of its citizens, blaming the current administration for worsening poverty, insecurity, and economic instability. The national coordinator of the ERC, Azan Soweto, alleged that the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, CP, Olohundare Jimoh, colluded with the All Progressive Congress, APC, to disrupt their protest. He claimed that the police provided cover for a last-minute counter-demonstration organized to create the impression that Tinubu enjoys widespread support. This counter-protest we are seeing today in favor of Tinubu was only manufactured in the last 24 hours, and the Commissioner of Police, the All Progressives Congress in Lagos State, they are working together to do that, Soweto said. Soweto also stated that his group refused to attend a meeting the previous night, which he claimed was meant to pressure them into silence. That was why our refusal to attend their meeting last night, because we knew that they wanted to create something that would give the impression that President Tinubu is popular, and that those of us who say there is hunger in their land are just a few people, he said. Another protester, Toba Odumosu, said Nigerians have yet to see the benefits of the democracy they fought for. He described the current state of governance as a return to civilian dictatorship, where power is concentrated in the hands of a few. Since the return to democracy over 2 decades ago, nothing has been working. Education, health, agriculture. We are witnessing the consolidation of misrule. There is serious hunger in the land. Only those close to the government are enjoying anything, Ojomosu told the Whistler. A 36-year-old protester, Wahab Jamiu, shared how economic hardship has impacted his life despite appearing financially stable on the surface. There is no food, no electricity, no security. I have 3 shops and a free apartment, yet I'm still struggling. This is not how a country should work. Nigeria should work for all of us, not just a few, he said. Abani Emmanuel criticized what he called the government's anti-people policies, citing the removal of fuel subsidy, hiking electricity tariffs, and current devaluation. He questioned the government's transparency and its failure to deliver on promises to improve security and diversify the economy. Where is the money they said they saved from subsidy removal? Why so much borrowing? Why can't farmers go back to their farms? Tinubu said he would continue where Buhari stopped, and sadly, that's exactly what he's doing, Emmanuel said. Security agencies on the ground included personnel from the Nigerian Police Force, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Department of State Services, DSS, and the Lagos Neighborhood Safety Corps, LNSC. As of 7:35 a.m., hundreds of people had already assembled at the Ikeja Underbridge, the convergence point. However, our correspondents observed that more than 90% of those gathered were government supporters. They wore a T-shirt with the inscription "Team Nigeria for Change." One of the supporters, Ogunlewe Alaba, said that he was at the venue to show his support for Tinubu's administration. According to him, the government has performed exceptionally well, particularly in the areas of economy and agriculture. He expressed satisfaction with the current leadership, which he said motivated his presence at the rally. The government has done exceptionally well in the areas of economy and agriculture. I'm happy with the government, that's why I'm here, Alaba said. Although June 12 is meant to honor Nigeria's democratic journey and the legacy of our annulled 1993 election, many protesters argued there is little to celebrate. They said their protest was not only about the Tinubu government, but also about the broader failure of Nigeria's democratic institutions to serve the people. The protest, which was initially scheduled to take place in Agbara, Maryland, and Badagry, was restricted by authorities to Gani Fawemi Park in Ojota. However, on getting to Ojota, protesters turned back without reaching the designated protest ground. You all, let's have your total new opinions in the comment section below. What do you all think of this? Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.